Hello everyone, this is Nicholas Park from the 10th grade. Today in this video, I would like to analyze the effectiveness and fairness of the political system of the Philippines, how the government is dealing with the drug war in their own country, and finally my own evaluation of the issue to the people who are concerned with the effective way to reduce drug crime. We'll talk about the political system and the key issue in the Philippines. So, Philippines is a unitary presidential constitutional republic where election always happen on June 30 and the election is organized by the Commission on Election and people directly vote for the officials. Under the 1987 Constitution, the government is based on the separation of powers between the executive presidency, a bicameral legislature, and an independent judiciary. Now we'll talk about the executive in the Philippines. The president is chief of executive, head of state, and commander-in-chief, serves no more than one 6-year term and may approve bills passed by the Congress or exercise a veto, which can be overridden by two-thirds majority of the Congress. In short, the president also has the power to make his own decision and take action in the country, which is the power of the executive, only if the president declares state of emergency. The legislature. Congress consists of the Senate, the House with 24 members at present, and the House of Representatives, the lower house which currently has 292 members, of whom 80% are directly elected and 20% are selected from party list. Senators are elected for 6-year terms and representatives for 3-year terms. In terms of judiciary, judicial power rests with the Supreme Court and the lower courts, as is established by law, the 1987 Constitution. Its duty is to settle actual controversies involving rights which are legally demandable and enforceable. The judiciary enjoys fiscal autonomy. Its appropriation may not be reduced by the legislature below the appropriate amount the previous year according to the Constitution. Currently, Rodrigo Duterte is the President of the Philippines. He was elected on June 30, 2016. Now let's move on to the key issue. The current polarizing issue in the Philippines is the war on drugs. It is an operation organized by the government in order to reduce the drug smugglers, users, drug-related people from the country because the drug has been a catastrophic problem in the Philippines. But it became an issue because the way of the operation was too drastic. For example, police killing people. Therefore, many voices were on the debate on whether the operation is appropriate or not, whether the government is fair or not. Now let's look at the two perspectives. I will start by analyzing the perspective of the proposition side. So the people of the Philippines wants a trustworthy way to reduce drugs in the country. So according to Shen Shiman, a political scientist, he said that many ordinary people want Duterte because it is more trustworthier than the judicial system. The government and the people of the Philippines is that the drug war can not only make the country free from the drug, but also it can reduce overall crimes in the Philippines. So as you can see in this statistics, the crime volume has decreased with the presidency of Duterte. The third argument of the proposition side is that the drug war can stop the corruption. So, this interview by civil citizens show that the officials are corrupted or by themselves gangsters who have been helping the delivery of drugs to the people. The argument of the proposition side is that people are autonomously going to rehab station. This is a direct interview with program director Guillermo Gomez. He said that many people are coming to the rehab station for the recovery due to the fear of death. The first argument of the opposition side is abuse of the executive power. According to the Amnesty International, the people of the Philippines said that police are making evidences to make an excuse for killing a man for no reason by arguing that he or she has attacked the police first. This clear for them. This is an evidence that shows that the police, the national police, are abusing their power. Of the opposition side is that the operation is extrajudicial killing, violating human rights, and making too many deaths. This is a statistics made by Philippine National Police about death in each month between 2016 and 2017. So as you can see, the death is gradually increasing from 135 deaths to 2,962 deaths. Because I have analyzed the two perspectives, now I will give my own evaluation of this key issue, my own perspective on the key issue. So I agree with the proposition side, with the government side. My first argument is that Duterte's strong intervention is key to solve Philippines' drug problem. So I will start with my first argument. With drug problems pervading all over the world with its own long history, the Philippines, whose society has been involved in heavy drug uses, has to be corrected by Duterte's strong intervention. First of all, I would like to explain the history of drug in the Philippines. The Philippines has been a country afflicted with drugs since the late 15th century, which infers that the culture of drug in the Philippines has been a long history. As written in the monumental book of the Philippine Islands, written by Emma Helen Blair and James Alexander Robertson, the more also called Filipino warriors used opium in order to resist the pain during the fight against the invaders. This shows the start of the drug culture in the Philippines. According to the website Filipino, people of the Philippines started to use the drug not for the purpose to go to the battle but to fulfill the desire of their bodies from the 18th century. These two pieces of evidence clearly state that the people of the Philippines used drugs from the past for recreational purpose. Therefore, the Philippines is a country where has a long history of drug which resulted in people to receive drugs well in present. As a result, we have faced a hardship to see the end of the drug war in the Philippines for a long time period. Because Philippines has problems, uh, deep-rooted problems with drug, it must be stopped by drastic measures. For instance, in China, after the two opium war, the number of opium users are estimated to be 12 million people in 1838 according to the Wikipedia. Many measures had been made in order to solve the problem in China in the past, however all measures have failed. But only Mao Zedong was able to solve the problem. With his totalitarian power, Mao Zedong initiated a new plan to solve the opium problem in China. His plan was just like Duterte's. According to Wikipedia, he executed drug dealers, users, etc. Only Mao Zedong could solve the problem in China. Also, according to the New York Times, the Mao Zedong was able to for the total eradication of opium use from China. So he was able to solve this problem because he used drastic measurements like Duterte is doing in the Philippines right now. For sometimes for special cases like drug issues in the Philippines right now, uh, drastic measurements or ways can be very effective, like Mao Zedong did with his country to solve the problem of opium. So we can't believe that the government of the Philippines is effectively dealing with the current issue in the Philippines because the president has the power to make direct decisions and take action. For example, Duterte was able to use the national police to organize the operation. Therefore, the government, Duterte is really well dealing with the current issue, just like Mao Zedong. However, the opposition side is saying that we can solve this problem with in a peaceful with by using the peaceful measurements or in a peaceful way. However, as I said before with the example of China, no measurements in a peaceful way succeeded to solve the problem of opium in China. Therefore, in this type of case, only the drastic ways can solve the problem. My second argument is the people of the Philippines wanted Duterte to get rid of the drug in the country. According to a report by Budapest Business Journal, while Duterte was the mayor of the Davao City, he killed 1,000 people in the city by allowing the Davao Death Squad to kill people. Moreover, in his open statement in front of the public, he declared that he will be extremely severe with the drug retailers, users, etc. However, Duterte was elected despite the fact that he allowed many killing during the mayor and his pledge for more killings for the audience of 300,000 people. Furthermore, according to a direct interview with ordinary people in the Philippines, people tended to prefer the cleaner streets in the country with the Duterte operation. I believe that the election of Duterte and the satisfaction of the people vividly show that the people of the Philippines really wanted a man like Duterte to solve the drug problem in the Philippines because there were not any measurements against drug in the past. My third argument is that drug war can help to solve other problems such as corruption and overall crimes. So this is a statistics that I showed before about people, official corrupted officials caught by the police. Statistics clearly show that the drug war can not only solve the drug problem in the Philippines, but also it can, with the drug war, the Philippines can be a better and a safer country. The argument is that more people are going into the rehab center for the recovery. So because of the drug war, more people are joining the rehab center to be autonomously recovered. So drug war is in short term, drug war can make many casualties, but in the long term case, uh, people will go to the rehab center by themselves. Therefore, the rate of death will decrease. To conclude, I believe that the drug war is an effective plan to solve the polarizing issue in the Philippines because first, it reduces drug in the country. Second, it also helps to get clear of other critical issues. And lastly, it is motivating the people to get the help from centers. Therefore, the government is facing the issue in the right way.